Rubio in Washington today in a last-minute push to negotiate a reprieve from U.S. tariffs. The Swiss government is desperate to reduce the 39% tariffs imposed on Swiss imports, which could threaten Switzerland's export-oriented economy. U.S. President Donald Trump announced the new tariffs last week, targeting Swiss goods like watches, machinery, and chocolate. Switzerland's industry associations have welcomed the government's efforts to find a solution before the tariffs go into effect tomorrow. Meanwhile, U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff has arrived in Russia for the tariff talks. India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval has also landed in Moscow for talks with President Putin. Now we go back to our guest discussion with Dr. Ajay Dua. He's a former Secretary of Commerce and senior economist. Thank you, Dr. Ajay, for staying with us. Now, what could this economic fallout be for Switzerland if these tariffs are imposed?
I think Switzerland, which has been used to either no tariffs or low tariffs upon its products, and what are the major products are produced which gets exported? Pharmaceutical is a very big business. Branded pharmaceuticals, not so much as generics, from Switzerland, the world over, acceptable, high quality, etc. Then watches and precision industry. I think that they're getting into watches, high-end watches, has given them enough kind of ability to make precision military, precision equipment for various uses. Switzerland is a big producer, and as you mentioned, chocolates is also one of their large producers and exports. So Switzerland has usually had an advantage that low taxations compared to the European Union, and more investment, including the banking. Its confidentiality clauses, etc., being made use of by people around the world, would find at 39% compared to 15% for the European Union, which surrounds it from all sides. At a great disadvantage if this 39% kicks off tomorrow, the 7th. I think that has urged the President of Switzerland and the Switzerland administration to immediately seek relief from President Trump. It is almost like the European Union president. If you recall Ursula von der Leyen, she went to Scotland, to the Gulf, where President was golfing, to appeal to him to be reasonable, and he relented to 15% from earlier figures which he was talking of, and she went back rather happy, though President Macron and the German Chancellor are not happy even at 15%. But I think Switzerland would make all-out efforts, and it must, to preserve its industry, which is a very sophisticated, high-end, other than chocolates and cheeses, which also come from there. And the President of U.S. might like to not make such a differential of 15% and 39% between the countries of Europe.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ajay Dua, for joining us and sharing your insights.